guys, Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate Atlantis. This is Season 4, Episode 18. Let's get into it.
Previously on Stargate Atlantis.
Traitor!
I could easily bring another 12 ships to the battle.
What'd you do?
What are you referring to?
There's a ship on the way.
They picked up my signal.
Hello? Is anybody here?
What happened?
My people. They're gone.
Search the entire planet, no life signs.
I will find them.
We're gonna help you, but you gotta rest and get your strength back.
Whoever did this will pay. I will make certain of it.
I'm so sorry, Taylor. Kanan was a good man. He would have made a wonderful father.
You did everything you could. That's all anybody can ask for.
He's at peace now.
He's still alive.
Help me, Taylor, please. Please help me.
He's still alive. Let me go.
Taylor, it's too late.
This is a nightmare.
Taylor! Taylor!
As you know, for some time now, we've been tracking what appears to be a new sickness in the Pegasus galaxy. We don't know exactly when or where it started, but so far we've encountered it on 7 different planets.
Make that 8. Just came back from 447. I got it too.
Really, the same symptoms?
Starts with respiratory difficulty, proceeds rapidly to fatal organ shutdown. Oh, it's disinfected.
Just came back from the Rodney. We were wearing a hazmat the whole time too.
Yes, well, it's better safe than sorry.
Do we have any idea how it spread?
Well, that's the strange part. Most of these planets have no regular contact with each other, but a few of them do have regular contact with other neighboring planets that have been completely unaffected.
So far.
How bad is this going to get?
If I had to make a projection, I'd base it on the evidence from M1R992. There have been no new cases there for some time, which would seem to indicate the sickness has run its course.
And
It killed 30% of the population. If those numbers bear out on the rest of these planets, we're looking at a death toll of about 200,000. That's assuming it doesn't spread any further.
What are you hiding?
I've been waiting for the right time to give this to you. And what with everything that's been going on and all, anyway, here you go.
You didn't have to do this, Rodney.
Well, think of it as a kind of a pre-baby present. Back on Earth, there's this company that produces recordings specifically for the fetus. The thinking is that by listening to the works of, say, a great composer while still in the womb, the baby will be born with a natural predisposition towards musical ability, or in this case, science. Yeah, I recorded some of my reflections on some of my more groundbreaking accomplishments and theories in just a couple hours worth.
You should not have gone to so much trouble.
There's no trouble at all. Something wrong?
I was debating whether or not to tell anyone.
Tell anyone what?
I believe I had a vision last night.
A vision?
I saw Kanan, father of my son. I believe that he was trying to send me a message that he's alive and that I must not abandon the search for him and the rest of my people.
And this was while you were sleeping?
You think it was a dream?
Well,
I believe it was more than that. I knew you would doubt me. I should not have said anything.
Hey, I've been cocooned inside an alien spacecraft. I've had another person living inside me. I've encountered not one but 2 different versions of myself, so who am I to judge? If you say it was a vision, then I believe it was a vision. I seriously doubt it was a vision.
She had him before.
She's had remote contact with the Wraith, never another human. Besides, those Athosians have been missing for like, what, 6 months now? You really think they're still alive?
What do you want me to do, Rodney? Tell her to give up hope?
Yeah, at some point, she may not have a choice.
Kanan.
Taylor? You must help us.
How?
Save us.
Where are you? Where are our people?
You bought me this.
Yes,
Do you remember where?
the village of Croya. Is that where you are?
Come find me.
well, what does she want exactly?
Well, she bought it from some guy in a village on M2S181. She wants to go back and check it out.
It's a peaceful trading settlement. I'd be very surprised if they had anything to do with the disappearance of the Athosians.
That's what I said, but she still wants to go. She thinks that Kanan is sending her a message, a clue.
And what do you think?
Doesn't matter. It's Taylor. We owe her one.
Okay. but we're stretched pretty thin dealing with this plague.
I'll try to make it quick.
Excuse me. I'm wondering if you can tell me what happened to the artisan who used to occupy this space. He specialized in handcrafted jewelry, bracelets, pendants, chains.
He's gone.
Gone.
I'm sorry, child. He's dead.
I've found out what's making these people sick, and it's something we've encountered before. It's a unique protein originally created by the inhabitants of a planet called Hoth. It was designed to interfere with the Wraith's feeding mechanism, making them immune to the process.
It also killed the feeding Wraith and half the people who took it.
That's right.
So this isn't some contagion that spreads naturally.
No, this is mass murder.
I think we're done here.
Not yet.
Given this place the twice over, nobody knows anything.
Or perhaps someone does and has not seen fit to come forward yet. I was guided here by showing me the pendant Kanan was telling me to come to this village.
Look, you're going through a tough time. You want answers, that's understandable, but you might want to consider it's clouding your judgment. Just a little.
What are you questioning, John? My interpretation of the vision or the vision itself?
We've been here long enough. If there was something for us to find, we would have found it by now.
Not necessarily.
Rodney, Ronan, we're heading out.
Well, maybe the Hoffmans have resumed distribution of the drug, but on a much larger scale.
They haven't been doing much of anything lately. When the Wraith discovered what they were up to, the whole civilization was wiped out.
Well, maybe a few of them survived and they're planning a little payback.
The random nature of this drug's distribution is clear and calculated. It's obviously intended to throw the Wraith completely off balance. They have no way of knowing which of their food sources has been infected.
So it's just a matter of time before they become hungry and cranky. I know I would.
We need to go back to Hoth. Search what's still standing, see if we can shed some light on the situation before another planet's targeted.
Let's go, Rodney.
Taylor.
Where are you?
I don't know.
Who took you?
I don't know.
How can I find you?
You already know where to go to uncover the answers.
The village.
You stopped looking.
I went. I found nothing.
Oh, you were close. Please, Taylor. Our time is running short. We need you.
And you weren't sleeping.
I was in a meditative state, but I was most definitely awake. There can be no doubt this is real.
But you've already been to the planet.
We missed something. I'm certain of it.
I want to believe you, Taylor, but I'm a scientist. I'm trained to think critically.
There is a possible explanation. Kanan has the gift. The same ability that I do.
The Wraith DNA.
Among my people, the gift is considered useful, but it also sets one apart. Kanan was the only one who could truly understand what it felt like.
It brought you together.
It is something we've shared since childhood.
But have you ever communicated this way before?
No. I know what this looks like, Colonel, and I know what everyone is thinking. She sees what she wants to see. She believes what she wants to believe. But I assure you that is not the case.
When Colonel Sheppard gets back from Hoth, we
I
can...
cannot wait. Kanan said their time is running short. I must leave immediately.
I see.
I do not need your permission, Colonel, unless you intend to restrain me.
Major Lauren, come in.
Go ahead, Colonel.
Assemble your team. You'll be escorting Taylor back to M2S-181.
Understood.
Not letting you go back there alone.
Thank you, Colonel.
Call me Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Did you find anything?
Just a bunch of junk, you?
Nothing. Wraith did a pretty good number on this place.
Now, this is more than just random destruction. This place used to be the repository of all Hoffman knowledge.
I'd say a lot of it's just missing. Who's there?
Rodney, what's going on?
Thought I heard something.
Relax. Probably just rats.
Rats? Okay, if there's someone in here, you better come out. I'm not kidding. Hey! Whoa. Hey! Hey! Whoa! Hang on. Not gonna hurt you. Just want to ask you a couple of questions. Now, who are you? What are you doing here? Okay, well, maybe you could help me. I'm looking for some medical stuff. Books, files, equipment.
I don't know anything about that. By the time we got here, most of the good stuff was already gone. We're just picking through what's left.
Sheppard. Oh. Looks like we're not...
How'd you fuck that up?
What do you got?
There's a bunch of kids going through what's left of the place.
Scavengers. You think they got a hold of what we're looking for?
Hoffman research wouldn't have meant anything to them.
All right, well, if
If not them, then who was it?
I don't know. One thing's for sure, whoever it was, they knew exactly what they were looking for. What is it? Taylor.
Leave. I will ask you once, and you will answer me truthfully. Where did you get this pendant?
From a trader. If you like it that much, it's yours with my blessings.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Canaan. What else did you acquire from this trader?
You know, I don't want to be difficult here, but I did acquire that merchandise for a price. And, well, I really don't mind gifting you with an item. From a purely business standpoint, it really doesn't make sense for me to part with my stuff.
This necklace belonged to Bolero. It was a gift from her parents to mark her coming of age. And this ring belonged to Holland.
Trader, you say you got these things from. When's the last time you saw him?
Several days ago. But he comes through here quite regularly. In fact, it's more than likely he may pay me a visit today. It would be my pleasure to make the proper introductions.
Is that what I think it is?
Getting to be a familiar sight.
What is it?
Wraith subspace tracking device. It's our old friend.
Todd.
Maybe he wants to talk, and maybe he just wants to lead us into an ambush. There is always that possibility.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh, come on, we just got back.
Sorry, Rodney.
I haven't had lunch yet.
Got some real nice merchandise for you today, my friend.
Hey there. How you doing? You mind telling me where you got this stuff? Wake up! Look, we need to know where you got this merchandise.
I do trade so much, it's often hard to keep track of it all.
Oh, yeah? Well, according to the merchant you do business with here, the stuff you've been bringing in lately has been a hell of a lot nicer than your usual crap.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that.
Well, there's no accounting for taste. I can't give out my sources. They're trade secrets.
I don't give a damn about your trade secrets. We want to know where you got this stuff.
And if I don't tell you, what are you gonna do? I recognize those uniforms. I've heard the stories. People from Atlantis. Do-gooders of the galaxy. You wouldn't hurt me.
I'm wearing no uniform.
A pregnant woman. Very intimidating.
I will inform the villagers that you are a Wraith worshiper and let them mete out their own justice. Let's go.
Wait! I got it at an off-world dumping ground.
For what?
Corpses, mostly. Loose ends that need to be disappeared. Occasionally, they may still have some valuables on them. Valuables they obviously have no use for.
This merchandise, you removed it from the dead?
No, not that merchandise. The last time I was back at the planet, I spotted what I thought was a fresh grave. A potential new opportunity. But when I dug it up, instead of finding a body, I found a box containing those items. I suppose somebody was just trying to get rid of them. It was odd to me at first, but I wasn't just about to...
You will take us to this world. You will show us where you found them.
Of course. Whatever you say.
I feel like I'm not very talkative today. Sorry.
Oh, they're dead. There's no marks on them.
That's because they were poisoned. And I suspect you already know how.
First thing we do when we get to the gate is radio back to Atlantis. Let them know where we're going, okay? I know you're looking for answers to what happened to your people, but I'm thinking maybe it's better if you let us check it out, okay?
Major.
Look, just let us scout ahead, all right? What is it? George!
Uh-oh.
Well, let me guess. Something they ate.
Many of my fellow Wraith have fallen victim to this attack on our food supply.
That's a shame, but it's not really our problem.
From what we've been able to surmise, this blow against us has been delivered at great cost to human lives. Something you would have made your problem in the past. Unless, of course, you're responsible for the dispersal of this plague, in which case you may well consider the human lives sacrificed acceptable losses.
Actually, when we were putting a list together of most likely suspects, you were at the top. What better way to stick it to your competition?
Effective, yes. And admittedly creative. But the truth is, all of the existing Wraith factions have been adversely affected by this. Our food supply is being so randomly tainted We have no way of knowing if our next meal will be our last.
All right. Times are tough. Doesn't explain why you called us here.
I brought you here because I need your help.
But you betrayed us.
I'm aware you had a hand in helping the Hoffmans refine this drug. I require whatever research you possess in order that I may synthesize a cure for my hive and my hive alone.
That's not gonna happen.
You always say that, but you'll always come around.
Yeah, well, this is different. You know, we're still a little upset over the whole Earth conquest thing.
I had no part in that.
Actually, in an indirect way, you did. The Wraith who led the attack was able to access the Midway station with information you stole on your last visit to Atlantis.
Information he stole from me in turn, so in a way we were both victims. But let's save our commiserations for another time. I have a proposal.
Let's hear it.
In exchange for this information, I will give you the identity of the individual responsible for dispersing this poison and killing both Wraith and human alike.
A couple of minutes ago, you thought we did it.
There are only two parties who possess the resources and capabilities to launch such an attack. If you are not responsible, then, by process of elimination, there can be only one.
The Janai? Oh. Hello.
Michael.
Well, according to Todd, every Wraith faction has been hit, which makes it extremely unlikely that any of them are responsible.
When we told him we weren't the guys behind it, he said there can only be one other.
And you think you know who he's talking about?
Michael.
The Wraith Dr. Beckett converted into...
I thought that it would be Janai, but okay.
He became a kind of a human Wraith hybrid.
The other Wraith didn't want anything to do with him, so he's been kind of holding a little bit of a grudge ever since.
He's not a big fan of humans, either. Well, for him, the Hoffman drug is the perfect weapon.
Still, this is just speculation. I mean, do we have any proof?
Well, not really, but even if we did, we'd have no way of finding him.
We can go back to Todd, see if he's got something more than a name.
Well, wait, you're not seriously thinking of giving him our research on the Hoffman protein?
Well, why not?
Well, because we'd effectively...
He already implied who it was, so we don't need to give him anything.
Potentially infect and kill millions.
Theoretically, but practically, it really wouldn't be in their best interest to poison their own food supply, regardless of whether our research helped them come up with an antidote or not. I think the more likely scenario is that they find an antidote that works as a short-term solution to the existing threat. Then they work on weaponizing the protein. You know, coming up with a more effective delivery system, one that cuts out the middleman, in this case, the human victims. No, like what we're doing is giving them the means to kill each other off.
So, when you put it that way, giving them our research could be a good thing.
Incoming wormhole.
Major, where's Taylor?
Why am I here? What do you want?
I'm disappointed. I was expecting a little more gratitude after everything I went through to arrange this family reunion.
My people, you took them. Where are they? What have you done with them?
They're alive and well, and working with me toward the common goal we all share.
What are you talking about?
The extermination of the Wraith. I'm building an army that will soon replace them as the dominant race in this galaxy.
An army of monsters.
I'll admit, my early attempts were a little crude. But that's all changed now. I've refined the retrovirus to create the perfect balance. Ability well beyond any normal human, but without the one weakness that will be the downfall of the Wraith. The need to feed.
It was you. You're the one responsible for spreading the Hoffman drug.
Consider it the opening salvo in a much broader assault.
How were you able to discover the drug? How were you able to refine it?
I had help.
Wait! Where am I? Michael!
This tablet has the address of an off-world relay station. If you leave a message for us, we'll get it. It also has our research on the Hoffman drug.
Just enough to whet your appetite. You find something we can use, we'll give you the rest.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
I wish they gave him a better name than Todd.
I understand you're refusing to take food. It's not poisoned if that's what you're worried about.
You do need to eat. You're eating for two.
You need to keep up your strength.
What do you care about my well-being?
I care a great deal. I may not be foolish enough to consider us friends, but we do have a history. And even though you've betrayed me repeatedly, you're still the only one, human or Wraith, who's ever come close to understanding what I've been through. You're a human with Wraith DNA, A hybrid, just like me.
I'm no murderer.
You kill to protect yourself and your own, so do I. Of course, circumstances require me to do it on a slightly larger scale, but the principle is still the same.
You're insane.
Spite me all you want, but don't do it at the expense of the child.
My child is of no concern to you.
On the contrary, I have great plans for him.
I just got a message from the relay station. Apparently there's a rumor going around amongst certain Wraith worshippers about one of our people being held captive. We've got the coordinates.
I'm gonna need Lauren and his team.
He's already volunteered. We'll gate to the nearest planet where the Daedalus is en route to pick you up.
Let's go.
Kanan. What has he done to you? It's me, Taylor. I came for you, just like you asked.
Like I asked. I was the one in your visions. Appropriately disguised, of course.
You're lying.
I reached across 10,000 light years of space and touched your mind. There is more of a bond between us than you know. Once the child is born, the bond will grow even stronger. Enjoy your reunion.
You must help our child. Please, Kanan.
The child will serve the cause. Then one day soon, the galaxy will be ours.
Colonel, Sheppard.
Approaching target destination.
Drop us out.
Yes, sir.
We were unable to get a lock on Taylor's subcutaneous transmitter.
Well, there's no surprise there. I'm sure Michael got rid of that.
Guess we'll have to do things the hard way.
Good. Let's do it.
Sir, I'm picking up another ship. It's a Wraith cruiser, sir.
Shields up. Sheppard, this is Daedalus. We've been engaged by a Wraith cruiser.
How's it going?
More than holding our own, just thought you might want to pick up.
This is gonna be a to be continued.
Who's your boss?
You're too early.
What the hell does that mean?
We're expecting him back. He's on his way with an important prisoner.
What?
This is Sheppard. Come in.
Do you read?
Sheppard, this is Daedalus.
Do not destroy the enemy ship. I repeat.
Do not destroy the enemy ship. Taylor may be on board.
Did you hear me? Taylor may be on board.
We heard you. Can you cripple it?
It's possible, sir. It's already sustained some heavy damage. Sir, the enemy is attempting a retreat.
Target the engines.
I'm sorry, sir.
Bad news, Sheppard.
The cruiser made the jump to hyperspace. It's gone.
Not a to be continued, probably then.
Any sign of her, sir?
She's not here.
Are you sure? That guard was protecting something.
Finally, it's about bloody time. What took you so long?
What? Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example. I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video.
Okay, it wasn't to be continued. Right. That was Stargate Atlantis, season 4, episode 18. I don't know what to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.